And welcome back, everybody, to Season 2 of the Universal Open, presented by Brisk and 7-Eleven. And it is now time for our third and penultimate game of the qualification process. Next up, we have Class on Grass taking on Method. And the scary thing is here is if there wasn't enough pressure in the first two games, this is now a straight-up elimination game. Win, go to the finals, lose, and you're done. It is. We thought there was enough pressure on the first two, gentlemen. It's getting real now. It really is.
I'm just wringing my hands. I'm just sitting here anxious, to be honest. I'm not even playing. I can't handle it.
Okay, well, before we get into our game number 3, we of course need to catch up with a young man who's just made himself, he's just qualified, sorry, for our finals over in Connecticut. It is Scrub Killer, and I believe that he's on the line right now. Are you there, Scrub? Can you hear us, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, buddy. How are you doing? How are you feeling? You got a smile on your face. You must be feeling good.
I'm pretty relaxed, you know. Just, yeah. Pretty happy that I'm going to go to America, obviously. But
that was what I was going to ask you. Have you got a passport?
Yeah.
Oh, you saw it. Okay, that was the bit I was worried about for you. I was like, has he got a passport? Okay, he's got a passport. What are you looking forward to when you get to America, my friend? Obviously, apart from, you know, competing for $100,000.
Hopefully winning, so maybe seeing the sights, you know, doing the normal. Not sure.
Doing the normal.
You have time to think.
Well, maybe you should ask your teammate for some, ask Greasy for some things to do while you're over there as well. But Achieves, you got anything to ask?
Yeah, I'm just curious. I mean, first international tournament. We talked a little bit about that during a break, and it's kind of your first time going over and playing against a bunch of people rather than just going to see anything. And what are you thinking about your competition over there?
I probably think the best competition in any is probably GNAPS and Garrett, but I think we got a good shot winning, definitely. But it's going to be hard. But there's a lot of good teams in any, so looking forward to it.
And Scrub, we've got 2 more games left to play today. Class on Grass against Method, Fnatic versus Complexity. Who makes it through from those games?
I think Method's going to take it. I feel like Burrito B could just pop off. Fnatic and Complexity, like, I think it's going to go to Game 5. Like, he just tossed a coin. And then
hey, speaking of coins, we got the coin of truth here. Don't worry about it, Scrub. We got that ready.
Predict that one.
One final question for me, from me is, do you like chicken? Because if you do, get the wings in America, because wings in America are next level.
Okay? Yeah, make sure I go.
All right, Scrub. Thank you very much for joining us, buddy. Congratulations on qualification to the finals.
Thank you so much.
So, gentlemen, here we go then.
No one
Scrub
seems
Killer
to be
likes chicken. These are the important questions that I ask.
No one seems to be at all sure who's going to win between Fnatic and Complexity.
Yeah.
It's scary. When it's soon, yeah, man. All I know is I'm not even like it's such a strange one because I'm not even excited for the teams to qualify now. I just feel bad for the ones that aren't because of the level of Rocket League that we've had. It's just like two teams here have to fall that are just so talented. It's like we don't want it. Can we have it? Like, okay, let me speak to production and see if we can have a. Can we get a couple of extra spots for the finals?
I think this is that.
It's a no. Unfortunately, no. Unfortunately, yeah. Sorry, I tried for you guys. But let's talk about this game number 3 here. Class on Grass. Obviously, they've fallen down to the losers bracket now, and they're taking on Method, who. You know, shocked the world yesterday at certain points. They put in some fantastic performances. What are your thoughts on this one, gents?
Cool. Well, I think Class on Grass played a bang-up series versus No Names. Yes. And assuming no catastrophic change to the mindset happens, they've had time to sit down and think, all right, you know, we can be satisfied with our performance, dissatisfied with the result, but know they played well. And I think if they come in with that same level of play, I think Rick's Ronde and Burrito B are in for a tough go.
On the other side, though, Method.
I love this, yeah.
They've been playing. They were knocked down into the lower bracket in the very first round. Who did they play? They took on Girls in that one. They lost 3-1. Ever since then, they have just been. They've been through the blender. That's what we called it pretty early on, and they have made it to this point. Burrito B had a ridiculous few series for himself yesterday. He just looked like I believe I coined it an elite level player at that point. If he's got that in him again. This could be a very heartbreaking day for Class on Grass because they've come into this having all of the momentum in the world to get 0-2'd on today and go out. That would be painful.
It would be painful. Obviously, talking about Burrito B a little bit more, do you feel like a lot of the series hinges on him putting in a similar performance to what we saw yesterday?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think they performed quite well as a team. Burrito B stepped up in a couple of key moments, but I think Method focuses a lot and on the teamwork, and it's actually kind of interesting that I say teamwork because they're playing themselves. You know, Casio just joined this team, and you know, someone's not going to be able to go to LAN with them. So unfortunate.
Okay then, well, looks like the players are ready. It's time for our third game of the day, gentlemen. Just a reminder, it's win or go home right now for these teams. If they want to make it to finals, they've got to take this series. If there wasn't enough pressure on in the first two games, there certainly is now. Very quick predictions, gentlemen. One word.
I like no names.
No names, okay.
Method, because no names aren't in this game.
I was going to say, Class on Grass.
Baited, yes, Class on Grass.
Okay, so Class on Grass, you're going for Method?
Yep.
I'm going for Class on Grass, but anyway, let's see what's going to happen. Let's get straight into it. Game number 1 is already underway.
So Class on Grass trying to respond after a heartbreaking loss earlier on. Going to try and find some way to take down a Method squad that has been through the ringer as of late, and they've got the perfect start. 10 seconds down, Method up by 1.
Yeah, that was awesome pressure here from Burrito B and Rix Rondé up the pitch. Ronicky caught in a tough spot on the rotation. Great effort to make the save, but Burrito B, that whole drive down the field, already knew this is going to be a good goal-scoring opportunity. They're not going to be able to get a good clear, apply the pressure, and he slammed it home.
So Class on Grass now got to respond. Method looking good to start us off. Burrito B on the hood. Tries to fake out the challenge, but instead it will be... Oh, he's going to pass over to Rix Rondé. He eventually will. Back out again. Burrito B takes control. It's a miss hit. It's a miss hit that definitely does not hurt his team. Instead, Method have locked down this midfield so far. Now, Chiefs, Method were a team that yesterday got better as the series went along. Usually game 1 was their weakest. And then they just started to pick holes in the opponent's weaknesses and just start to stretch out those leads.
Yeah, saw that happen versus Ocelon and Petric yesterday on Inspiration, and definitely started slow, but after that, the wheels on offense started turning, and Ronicky and Cassio might have a little bit of an adjustment period here after this game number 1. They've been under constant pressure since this game started, and they haven't really been able to get anything going on offense.
Cassio not looking too comfortable here. He's given over the ball to Burrito B. We're just trying to wait for his chance to bump. And now Rix Rondé having all of the chances. Cassio does not look comfortable at this moment in time. They've got to get that man some boost, and they've got to get him some space to work with, because he seems suffocated by the occasion.
It's been a long 90 seconds for sure over on this half of the field, but still, Burrito B and Rix Rondé, despite having all this pressure, struggling to get that final nail in the coffin.
There's Rix Rondé. He's got an open net to aim for, and I'm not too sure where the defense went off to.
Yeah, let's see. Cassio, he's in the net, just starts pushing forward, and yeah, just unfortunate. Just maybe a misread. Weird one.
It's now 2-0 up to Method. Burrito B. Just gonna watch that one go past him as Rix Rondé follows up. Burrito B now looking to transition. He's going to have a second touch in him, and he's got the 2v1 for the time being. At least he had it for a little while, but then Cassio took out a player. Ronicky taking the ball out. It's going to be Rix Rondé to the corner. Cassio off the backboard, and there is going to be Ronicky with the follow-up. Class on Grass finally get themselves on the board.
And nice pressure here from Cassio and Ronicky. A nice pass off the back wall. And Burrito B tries to reach out to that one, but he doesn't make the read fast enough off the bounce off the corner. And he's a little bit tardy getting to that one.
Just felt like Class on Grass needed to find some way of getting their first goal. That must have hurt them so much earlier on after that 0-second goal from killer number 7. In their minds, they could be thinking to themselves that they surely have made it through at this point, but Method are a major challenger. And Class on Grass need a way to find a way back.
Burrito B, a couple dips and dives to get through 2 players pressuring him on the midfield, and he gets all the way into the corner, and at that point, all he has to do is tap it out because Ronicky's facing the wrong way on the back wall, and at that point, it's just a matter of does he convert.
Rix Rondé being bumped by Cassio. Still gets there before Ronicky can. Now Ronicky with 100 boost. Tries to find Cassio, but once again, Burrito B faster on the draw.
Nice
That
touch.
should be going in, and it will. Class on Grass, back to a 1-goal game.
Nice touch here from Cassio out of the midfield. A demo in the midfield is what sets that up. Cassio is trying to rotate back on defense, and lo and behold, there's somebody right in front of him, so he gives him a little bit of a nudge and says, oh, that's the last man. Let's just turn this one into the net.
So now Method have got to hold on. 2 minutes and 21 left on the clock. Class on Grass starting to look more comfortable with this series. Burrito B clears. We left to Ronaki, who takes it over the top of Burrito B. Will be on his way back, and that's an early flick. Rixronde did well not to get caught. Method on the back foot. Ronaki up against Burrito B. It's a pretty neutral challenge. He'll be the first player to the ball. Looks like it will be Rixronde. And he's got over the top of the final defender. That is poor play from Cassio. And this should be turned in.
Okay, I thought for a moment that one might have skipped over the head. Burrito B out in front, but Cassio, yeah, just late to the ball. Tried to go and get this one. Went for a risky challenge. They were down by a goal. They had about, a minute 45 left. They were trying to make something happen, maybe a little bit too soon, trying to bite off too much. And they got bit.
Glass on Grass have they've made decent attempts so far at making a comeback, but they've just not found a way of tying this game. It's a good block from Rixronde. You can make it a 3-goal lead. Burrito B is taking his time. Very calculated approach so far from Method. Not a team you want to be giving over an early lead to. Drops underneath Burrito B. Showing off some of that brilliance that he had yesterday. Follow-up demo. That will be the 5th goal for Method. Hat-trick hero for Rixronde, but what a setup it was from Burrito B. Yeah,
Cassio trying to get that ball with him out to the corner so we can stay in possession of it. Unfortunately, didn't get the right touch. Had to drive straight back towards the goal, and just too much pressure from Rixronde and Burrito B. Just to make matters worse, they blew him up on top of it.
So far, Method have had a better of the chances, and they've converted well. Could be going in as Burrito B forced to save. Now clear. Burrito B beats the ball, but he never committed. Means that he can take the ball out. Still on the blue side of the field, Class on Grass. Just can't maintain any sort of offensive momentum. The infield pass will be missed, and Burrito B should have been able to take that under his own control. Rixronde with the flick. And there is Ronaki with the follow-up, but Method, despite the lackluster attempts at clearing, will be perfectly safe. Might be even able to transition to the other end of the pitch for a goal of their own. The current scoreline and the current time limit looks like Method will have secured game number 1. And Class on Grass, they're going to need some sort of response.
How about this one? Oh, follow through? Okay, there we go. I was about to say, Ronaki, it's a great air dribble out of the midfield here. And he's got nobody challenging him for such a long time. It's that last little extra touch with 5 boosts that makes the difference. Rixronde goes sailing under it. Burrito B is like, I needed you to touch that. I'm not ready to deal with this. And they find the back of the net.
One of the dangers of those air dribbles, if the first person can't get to it, the second person isn't even positioned to try. More often than not. So, Class on Grass, they could potentially pick up some momentum heading into game number 2, but it looks like that last goal is as good as it's going to get. Unless Ronaki can do something here, which he cannot. Method getting game number 1 under their control.
Yeah, and Method looked like a dog that had been held on a lead for the first sort of minute or so of that game. As soon as the game started, they came out on fire, and I just felt like Class on Glass, they felt a bit flat in comparison, and probably maybe a little bit of a hangover from that previous series.
Yeah, bit of a rough start at the start of game number 1. I believe Cassio was suffering from connection issues. Hopefully they've sorted that all out by now. So hopefully going forward in the series, they fix things up. They picked it up in after the middle point of that game, and after they started really getting going, they were able to settle in a little bit more. Got a couple of chances over on the orange side of the net, but Rixronde and Burrito B held off pretty nicely on defense and able to pressure Cassio and Ronaki a lot over on the blue side. Put them in a lot of tough spots, and they just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, so far Method are getting way too much success from those individual dribbles down the side of the field, and not only that, but they're getting passes off that are just simply unchallenged. Or at least not well enough challenged to force a block. And that's just been the story of game number 1. Method slightly faster with slightly better ideas, punishing a Class on Grass team that definitely still look a little bit shaken by that earlier series.
Yeah, it's one of those series that they can't afford to be looking back on and thinking what if right now, because that's done, that's in the past. They can't change that result from the previous series. They have to deal with what's in front of them right now, and that's a fired up Method. Rixronde and both Burrito B, again, Burrito B with an incredible setup for one of the goals as well for Rix in that game, both playing to the level that we saw them yesterday. No fall off from that, and I mean, we talked about what could be a heartbreak of a story here in this series for Class on Grass if they don't make it through. But they need to step it up. It's as simple as that right now.
Yeah, that's really all it is. You know, we said it day 1 and 2. Don't do anything different. Just do it better.
do a little bit more conviction, I feel, as well.
Yeah.
It's one of those where maybe it is that hangover from the previous series. You've got to win the series here. There's no point in competing in the series.
If they were in this position, having made the lower bracket run, they would be ecstatic.
Exactly.
Right now. They cannot afford to think about the past. This is all about the situation they currently find themselves in. And the situation they find themselves in is one series away from finding themselves as the European representatives at the UO Grand Finals. It's a lot to ask to try and shake it off, but it needs to be
as well.
It is, apparently so.
You weren't going to let him off the hook for that, were you?
I was looking at you. You're like, I'm going to let you off. He gave me a slight nod, just like, I'm letting you off. I'm letting you off. As soon as I got partway through the set, he just goes, but I'm not.
I am the worst. Yeah, but no, you're completely right.
Burning your coin after this.
Burning metal. You're going to be the one that gets hurt. But, yeah, it's a great opportunity for them. I think it's just a case of it's the mental reset now, isn't it, for them?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, look, we've come into that. That wasn't a good game. You can forget about that. Let's not even discuss that game. Let's come in. Let's go right now. Game 2. They want to get into it as soon as possible, as we do as well, of course, to bring it to you at home. But it's such an intangible thing mentality in the series, because it's not like the players have changed and things like that have changed. It's the same team. It's just a mental thing that just the switch needs to switch right now.
And the first minute's going to be pretty telling, I think. If they come out here guns blazing, maybe even get an early goal in the first minute, they'll feel pretty good. Or at least if it goes neutral and they say, all right, we've had time to settle in.
We're back in the series.
Let's keep going. Yeah.
All right, then. Well, let's get back into the series ourselves right now. The guys on Method are up by 1. Class on Grass. They're chasing the pack.
With Class on Grass, this is equally crucial because Method are a team that we've seen get better and better as the series has progressed. Just seem to be able to figure out where the rotation of the opposing team are and start to counter against it.
Oh, Cassio's going to be sad. He decided to turn around, but it was risky to stay up there just in case they lost the challenge.
Now Cassio with the ball. He's got 0 boost though, tries to offload it, but there'll be no Roniki around to help out. Wow, good challenge. That could drop down in a danger zone. He's also got it over the top of the defender. Cassio with the follow-up tries to just sneak it into the bottom corner. That'll be well defended by Burrito B.
And Roniki willing to give him some really aggressive pushes out of the midfield, trying to get some extra pressure going on early in the game, try and convert a couple of these chances.
Roniki. Blast the ball long again. I feel like there's a lack of ideas whenever Class on Grass blasts the ball long. Just look to steal some back boosts.
Well, one player has been doing that. Oh, that's a miss.
That has to be finished, and Roniki will do exactly that. 1-0 to Class on Grass.
This is, you know what getting Goomba stomped is, Shogun? It's hitting the bar like that. And being sad that you can't get up there to make the second save. That's not actually getting
We blame the Goomba if it jumps into the, Mario.
It's like jumping, instead of the coin block, you hit the straight bricks.
Oh, okay, I get
You're just sad.
Tronde. Just putting that pressure on to start. As Method are going to try and work their way back into this game. Cassio can take control now after Roniki removed Rick Tronde from a challenge off the backboard. Roniki taking his time. Tries to get over to Cassio. Passing play has been intercepted every single time so far. Just takes 1 to work. And that'll be a 2-goal lead to Class on Grass. Both players committed.
Double committed.
This could be big, but Cassio have a huge bump on his way out.
Yeah, heads up play there. They saw the double commit. They're like, this is bad. We need to make this much more manageable, and a huge bump there to keep them out of things. And they get the high clear as well. So plenty of time to recover here.
Class on Grass still with their 1-goal lead. Roniki taking the ball up. He's still got plenty of boost. Just couldn't quite get enough. Would have liked to have seen him get that car behind the ball a little bit more. Now Roniki can follow this one up. It was poor play from Rick Ronde. Burrito B called into action on the defense.
Ooh, dangerous.
Could actually drop in and Cassio forced to save.
Cassio was about to run off and go grab that corner boost, and then said, hang on, that's on target.
Roniki. So straight back down to Burrito B, but he could follow this up. Forces Rick Ronde to try and respond. It's the perfect pace right now for Class on Grass. They try and even us up at 1 game apiece. That's actually dropped straight back down for Cassio.
Oh.
Didn't get it on his hood. That was the perfect ball played as well. Roniki. Back to the other corner, should steal the boost. Glass on Grass trying to control this midfield. Done a decent job of it so far. Infield pass on target. But now the transition can come through. Burrito B. Ball on the hood at this point. Early play though. And Ronaki can deal with it pretty well. Felt like Burrito B just didn't quite realize the amount of time he had. Off the backboard. Just requires one mistake from Ronaki. That could have been Burrito B through on net. With 90 seconds remaining, Class on Grass are doing a very good job of just stifling the momentum of Method. Another 1v1 though, Burrito B. Just tries to zigzag around. Not enough there though. Burrito B will also be beat again, and that is another big clear from Class on Grass. That's more time wasted.
You're also seeing the pressure out of the midfield from Class on Grass be a much more measured approach. I think they're very okay with a 1-goal victory. They just want to get back in the series.
Oh, that's a big challenge from Burrito B. Stall boost as well. It's now Method have their chance. Ooh, got Class on Grass locked in. The follow-up from Burrito B will tie this game up.
Rix, Braun, Day. Couple of huge stuffs. There's one. How about two over the top? And Burrito B has to hop over Casio. Tough angle to find. A lot to ask from Method there, and beautiful conversion of a half chance. We've talked so much, but you have to convert those tough chances, and they nailed it.
Now we've got 1 goal each. Method looking to try and shut down Class on Grass. This could be the opportunity to do exactly that. There was no support for Rix Ronde to try and pass to.
Oh,
that was very risky. That could have easily just ricocheted off Casio's car straight into the net.
another chance. Burrito B, tough play.
That's going to be on target, and Casio double taps to give his team the lead.
And Burrito B in such a rough spot here, was thinking about challenging, says, I can't go up the back wall, it's too high, I'm too close. He's just in a poor spot defensively. The positioning on the field doing him zero favors, and Casio shows, yeah, we can nail tough shots too from crazy angles.
So now Class on Grass have got the lead re-established. Felt like the game might have been stolen away from them previously. Method, one final push. But Ronaki will finally clear away. He's going to be able to pick up that side boost as well. Off the backboard. Ronaki and Class on Grass.
Let's go.
Looking to put this at 1 game each. Burrito B cannot hold it up. 1-0.
Yeah, let's go to game 5 already.
That is what they needed. I really was worried for Class on Grass in that game, to be honest with you. As soon as Method got that goal, got that equaliser, you just felt not like this. Because I just feel if they lost that game, they were going to be down in the dumps, and it was going to be a long, long road back against those 3 potential match points. But they're back in the series now, as we would expect. As you said, Chiefs, let's just set it to a game 5 right now, because every single team is still giving it their all on the final day of the closed qualifiers for Europe here. But I mean, Class on Grass, they managed to scrape a victory, and at this point in the tournament, it doesn't matter how you do it, as long as you're getting that win.
This was so scary because it was so eerily similar to Game 5 against No Names. A lead for so long, they dropped it late, and last time we saw them do it, they just almost looked like they forgot how to go into the offensive zones. This time around, though, there was one more chance, and it was Casio that provided it for them, keeping them in this series.
And you know, a goal like that's just one that makes you just scream after you, let's go, and you're hyped up after it. They're going to be feeling great.
It completely re-energizes you as a team. Even if you're, you know, Casio's the one who scored it, but if you're Ronake there and you're watching your teammate do that, you're feeling exactly the same. You're like, nice, let's go. All right, I'm going to do it now. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it gives you that belief. And
yeah, it was okay.
It just installs all the confidence that might have been lost previously. Now they're back in the series. Now we have a proper series on our hands. Method on the back foot, though. They've been used to Game 5s as well. So, you know, they're not going to feel too bad. They almost managed to steal that game away, and they weren't playing particularly well in that one comparison to maybe the first game that they played in. But I mean, it's set up beautifully again, gentlemen, isn't it? I mean, the swing game is going to be a big game here. I don't think it matters too much to Method. I think they've got the mentality to come back in this. However, I feel like, again, if Class and Grass have to go up against 2 match points, I think it might be too much. I think this is a massive game for them to win right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Method, we've already seen them get better previously. Going to be asked of them yet again. Remember, one more spot, one more chance left. There's another game after this for Complexity and Fnatic, but on this side, it is the number 11 seed versus the number 13 seed.
What else
That's
could you
ridiculous.
Want? What else could you want?
And one of these teams is going through.
And one of them ain't going anywhere. It's
No.
as simple as that. It's they fall into the blender, and the blender gets switched on, unfortunately for them. But it looks like the teams are joining for our third game of the series. 1 goal dividing those two teams once again.
Let's go.
Let's get into our game number 3, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Let's do exactly that. Method took game 1. They couldn't take game number 2 after a phenomenal goal from Cassio. You mentioned earlier on, Achieves, that Cassio was having some internet problems. He's not anymore.
Not there.
This is a real series at this point.
And I think Burrito B and Rix Ronde at the start of game number 2 kind of caught off guard by how aggressive Ronicky was willing to play out of the midfield. It resulted in a lot of extra chances, and we'll have to see if Cassio and Ronicky go back to that approach here in game 3.
Rix Ronde tried to fake underneath. It's going to be Burrito B, literally right behind him. Like a second layer to that wall, and Burrito B tried to be exactly that wall as he went for a challenge shot. Cassio follows up. Burrito B was actually considering a challenge. Solid shot from Cassio, could have potentially put that one through.
Not a big fan of that touch from Ronicky. Rix Ronde has a lot to choose from. Wants Burrito B across and stopped by Cassio.
Yeah, they definitely kind of got away through that one. A lot of boost wasted for very little result. Now Ronicky, infield pass to Cassio.
Oh,
Takes control, takes the shot, and now Ronicky, I think that was a little bit hopeful there, my friend. A side-on shot from the midfield.
a little bit. They wanted it, though. The demo went the other way. He wouldn't have cared, but Cassio and Ronicky, they had a lot of space out towards the top of the box, and Burrito B and Rix Ronde definitely going to have to close that gap. Can't allow chances like that to keep coming at you.
He's going to drop down in awkward position. Rix Ronde has to contend with the challenge from Ronicky. Burrito B. Going to try and find his teammate, but not before Ronicky figures out where he wants to go and tries to cut out the rotation. Rix Ronde, have you got the angle in you? No, he aims for Ronicky instead.
Oh, turnaround chance.
Takes the hold of the ball. Rix Ronde got himself back and he's got the boost.
And Ronicky wants that one back. He had a wide open net while he was up on the sidewall, and he's going to be kicking himself. He missed it.
Oh, he snuck through and forces Ronicky for yet another save. Just one time that Ronicky has not got his head in the game, they will get caught. I think Cassio needs to do a little bit of a better job as that first challenge, just to make the angle a little bit crazier.
Well, here's his chance. He's sizing it up. He's like, hang on. Am I beat? Hang on. Can I? Okay.
Tries to plow through.
He's low on boost. Tough play here.
Oh yeah, and you can see Ronicky knew about it. Tried to challenge. Won't be enough as Burrito B puts that near perfect into the net.
And Cassio was thinking, he was hovering towards the top of the box, and you know if he had 20, 30 boost, he was going to go diving at that ball, but he only had 11. He was just staring down the barrel. And a perfectly placed ball from Burrito B to the far post nets them the first one.
Method with the lead. Class on Grass have found responses previously. They're going to need yet another one here. I think Cassio didn't quite get the angle correct for hitting Rix Ronde. He was very available for that. Now Rix Ronde forced to push the ball to the side. It's a good challenge from Ronicky. Might be able to get the follow-up. We've seen goals scored from that angle previously. Kronovi got one only a matter of weeks ago. Catch our defender so well. Rix Ronde is being asked to do a lot of work defensively at this point. They've got to find a clear with 90 seconds left. Class on Grass.
Great bounce.
The trailing team asking all the questions. At the same time, Method could be equally dangerous on the break, and Class on Grass know that. Ooh. They don't want to overcommit just yet. Maybe once there's 30 seconds left.
Does he pass? There it is.
He does, and Cassio will get there, but not before Rix Ronde can just put up the shield against him. Now Burrito B delays the flick. So tight this game at this point.
Oh man.
Burrito B's got all the time to put that one in. There's the brace, and there's a 2-goal lead.
Exact same problem they ran into last time. Cassio just doesn't have the boost to go and close the distance and get a challenge. Ronicky was off in the corner grabbing boost, comes back a fraction of a second too late, and again, Burrito B punches it over his head and into the net.
Oh, Ronicky, if he wasn't bumped on his way, could have been here much quicker. Might not matter. Certainly will not. 1 goal lead, 54 seconds left.
Crucial to get it right back, and now you're exactly where you were, 3-4 seconds ago, so you don't feel like you've lost too much. You say, all right, here goes the kickoff, let's go.
Not going to be able to get another one from this kickoff. Well, Rix Ronde will be challenging this. Seeing a lot more of that over the past few weeks, where even the double side kickoff has at least some cheating up player. Back down, Rix Ronde will win the challenge.
And Ronicky still willing to go for these aggressive challenges out of the midfield without a contingency plan behind him.
You think he was good for it earlier on. You think about it when he's got this lead, and Cassio tries to go infield. I know they went for the infield chance, but it seemed like it was red. I would have much preferred a demo. Yeah,
awesome cutout from Rix Ronde, and they had the time to go for the demo as well, but here's a chance. Cassio's not going to reach it, and more time wasted.
Now Ronicky, ball on his control, and this time they're trying for the demo. Won't be done though, because Burrito B was too fast. Method on the verge of qualification point. Class on Grass, they've got to do to Method exactly what No Names did to them earlier on. Ooh, it's going to be a huge ask, and they will not manage it. Game number 3 to Method.
Big game in the complexion of that series. Method, who have fought their way all the way through our lower bracket now, are just 1 game away from booking their tickets over to the States. And, I mean, Class on Grass, you almost don't want it to happen to them, but somebody has to lose here, unfortunately. And such a tight game. You almost felt the tension in that one.
Yeah, here's the funny thing. I'm not even sure Ronicky and Cassio know what to do for this game number 4. Because you feel like when they resort to such an aggressive strategy out of the midfield, and they put as many shots as they did on target, and every single one of them gets stopped by Burrito B and Rix Ronde, it's like, well, what else do we try? They cut everything out. You're staring at this game 4 almost at a loss.
Yeah, it becomes a case of, what do we have to do at this point? Method, whenever they've been happy to sit back, they have done exactly that, and they have soaked up so much pressure. The only goal that they conceded is in a situation that Rix Ronde is never gonna have a good advantage, but so far Class on Grass just haven't quite found the answers, and whenever they try and go for challenges, they're losing the majority of them. It means very few 2v1 opportunities and very few open nets.
And the thing is as well, Method, they took the 2 chances, the big chances that they were given as well, and you have to say, again, that man, Burrito B is doing it in front of goal. Rix Ronde at the other end seems to be making a lot of saves. It's a beautiful sort of balance to these 2 players at the moment that's coming in from Method. Put yourself, you're a fly in the room right now with Class on Grass. You have the opportunity to say just a couple of words to these guys going into this 4th game. What do you say to them?
Score. If I'm a fly on the wall, I'm not going to tell them how to play.
It's true. Okay, let's not take it literally, Achieves. Okay, Shogun.
Look, that's what you guys want to do. Get out of here.
It's true.
I would want these passing plays to happen a little bit deeper in the field. Whenever they do it right now, it's so close to the defending player that they know it's happening. There's a player just sat around waiting whilst you've got the ball. Everyone would know what you're trying to go for, and it's not like there's any subtlety to these slow plays that we are seeing from Class on Grass. It's very easy to read what they're about to do. They need to be a little bit more tricky. If they can add that to their gameplay, then maybe Method will struggle a bit more. But yes, Method look great on defense, but I feel like they're being made to look better than they actually are by how simple the offense has been.
Okay, then. We're set up beautifully. We have a Game 5 on the horizon, Achieves. Game 4, the players are ready. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. I've been ready all day.
Are you ready? I hear you. Let's get into it. Let's get into our game number 4 right away.
Need some of that sitcom laughter when it's on set.
Where's the laugh track? But Shogun, you made a good point. The offense is a little bit simple. Very reminiscent of how we saw PSG start off on offense. A lot of infield passing plays from very far away. This one's right in front of the net, though. And it finds its way into the back of the net. And, 13 seconds in, they're out in front.
Yeah, well played from Cassio. Just managed to draw out one of the players. And Burrito B was never in a position to do too much with that one. So starting goal goes to Class on Grass. And I don't know what's been happening this week, but so many goals within the opening 15 seconds.
I know, maybe that backboard is the great Achilles tendon for Burrito B and Rix Ronde. They haven't been able to really go up there and get one. Burrito B does it on the opposite end of the pitch, though, and they tie it right back up.
I feel like I got a little bit more excited at the beginning of the week when this was rare for Burrito B. He's now reached the stage where he's so consistent with these shots that it's just, okay, that shot was nuts, but Burrito B hit it, so I kind of expect it at this point. Rix Ronde almost had that 1v1 again. 2 goals within our opening 30 seconds. Burrito B clears. It's going to be Cassio trying to rotate back. No boost turned up either. Gonna leave some options for Method if they can move forward and take it. Burrito B just taking it on the hood. Can't quite get it any further out though. Rix Ronde taking his time. This could be something that Burrito B has to react to though. He's also kept it under control. Tries to just dare Cassio to move forward for the challenge. Now Cassio. A little bit too lateral to Ronicky, but he's still got a lot of power. Feels like Ronicky had no right to generate that much of a shot from that angle, but he still did exactly that. Now Rix Ronde, can Burrito B go for the shot? No, he automatically recognizes that Ronicky is up and challenging him. The game has slowed down a lot now ever since that second goal went in.
And it's still these long touches from Ronicky and Cassio out of their own half. And the reason it doesn't really generate too many offensive chances is because every time they get to go onto their opposition side, they don't really have too many opportunities to go steal the boost because those long touches aren't really in tough places for their opposition to get to. So trying to dump and chase strategy, but their opposition has all the equipment and the resources they could ever need to deal with it.
Cassio looks for Ronicky. It's a poor ball. Now Burrito B turns. He recognizes the opportunity. It's just been set up for him. He's got to pass one, but Ronicky take away the danger. Glass on grass needs to be very effective, and that is a save and a half from Burrito B.
Yeah, I'm almost sad that didn't just pinch into the blue net. That would have been awesome.
Would have been also very much class on grass's luck at this point in time.
Oh, here we go. Great
Ronicky,
chance.
good shot. Just tried to put it behind Rix Ronde. Burrito B, and that's going to be the second one to do it. Cassio gives class on grass a much-needed lead.
You want to talk about jumping on a chance? Cassio doesn't even think twice. After he sees that weak clear not make it out to safety in the corner, immediately hopped out of the midfield and said, I'm going to try and slam this one into the top of the net, and you're going to have to make a second rebound save, and they couldn't get there.
No matter how much seems to be going against them, Class on Grass have got an unshakable mentality of taking every single opportunity they can get. Rix Ronde just clears the lines, but it's only up to the midfield where Ronicky is sitting. They required Rix Ronde to try and make up for it. Infield pass. This could be big. There's Cassio, and that was crucial from Rix Ronde. Ronicky keeping it up, but Rix Ronde already around. Just dropped into position. Now he's got the infield passing opportunity. He might take it all by himself.
Oh, no.
Rix Ronde is a monster.
An awesome dribble out of the midfield, and Cassio caught rotating. He tried to go get him, and he got power slid so hard. Ronicky over on the other corner grabbing boost. No way he was making it to the near post. Kudos, Rix Ronde, you did him.
So now the tension ramps back up for Class on Grass. Next goal is crucial. Cassio might be able to set up for his teammate. Instead, plays it the long way around. He's got it past the defender, but Ronicky not around for the shot. Instead, takes a monster angle.
Ambitious.
Very ambitious, but very much on target. And very much needed to be saved.
Here comes the... Oh, never mind. Got a nasty little skip there off that little ramp, and now he's in a 1-on-2 on the other side. Beats one, and how about two? Is Ronicky there for the follow-up?
No, instead it's going to be Cassio continuing to move forward. Ronicky with the double tap. He can't quite reach it, but Burrito B and Rix Ronde both committed instead. It's going to be Cassio. One boost to his name. He's still got a block. Whereabouts is his teammate? He's all the way back.
Yep.
Class on Grass have gone from taking all of the risks to suddenly recognizing what position they're in, and now they don't want to take any of the risks.
It's just the boost out of the midfield is so tough to come by. They've had to resort to going all the way back to their own half to grab it, and it's resulting in a slightly delayed offensive push. Final 30. This one's wide open, though. Where's Cassio?
Not gonna be there!
Nice!
As Cassio gets it past!
Cassio finally arrives on time. He's got just enough to make this one work, and it comes straight down for him, and boy, was it close. If it goes a little bit higher, he risks punching it off the bar, but they get it done. They've got 30 left. Do they hang on?
Class on grass to send us to game number 5. Although Method are just about to throw everything at this defense. Rix Ronde, good block. Cassio taking as much time as he can possibly take.
Oh, man.
And that's over the top of Rito B as well. Ronaki.
First touch.
Going for it. One more goal would finish it, but also with that time ticking away, it is all down to Method to find one more opportunity. Otherwise, we will be going to game 5. They've got to transition from coast to coast with consistent challenges coming out from Class on Grass. Boost on Rix Ronde. Cassio will attempt to drop it. It was red. Another challenge again. One player out. Ronaki's not going to be around for a while. Cassio's got to do a lot here.
Ooh.
And he's done exactly that. Ronaki first to the ball. Game 5 on the way.
Let's do it. Where's the coin? Onset, tell me.
What game is it on set?
Oh. It's game 5. Wow. I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. Like, it's every single series we've had so far today has been absolutely unbelievable. We've got game 1, we had game 2, we had game 3, game 4, and now it's game 5, baby. We got it out there. Don't worry about that. One goal separating these two teams again. And the massive thing for this series is that the game went to Class on Glass. They managed to keep it together. They managed to scrape out the win. Method threw it all at them towards the end of that game, but most importantly, I think just for the sake of this game 5 to be poised in the most beautiful way it could be, they won that game and they're still in with a chance.
And its teammates staring each other down again. Cassio just joined up with Rix Ronde and Burrito B for the upcoming Rival Series play-ins. And now only part of the team is going to be able to qualify to go over to Stamford, Connecticut. And it's going to be a bittersweet feeling for somebody, unfortunately.
And the goals that we're seeing being scored are top class as well. Rix Ronde, superb cut up just to put us at 2 goals each. And that one, I could not have landed any more perfectly for Cassio. He's looking at just going, aha, it should have been this easy for me, but he'll take it every day of the week.
That's one of those horrible moments. I believe it was Rix there who was on the line as well, just sat there going, I know exactly what's happening here, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. A heartbreaking moment for them, but as we say, it is game 5 time, and you know what that means, gentlemen. Give me your predictions first, and then we'll see what the actual result is.
I picked Class on Grass at the start, sticking to the guns.
I picked Method to start, and I'm going to stick with them.
Okay, so let's see. So heads for Class on Grass, and Method is tails,
Please
right?
coin. Please.
Imagine if it's right. It really is getting weird.
6-0 if it's right.
Which one was it again?
I don't want to look. Okay.
Onset knows what it is. Okay.
Okay. So we know what the result is, obviously. Make sure you get in touch, though. Let us know. Use that hashtag UOS2. Let us know your predictions for what is another Game 5, but this has to be the biggest Game 5 we have had so far, because you either qualify for finals or you do not get on that plane overseas. This is huge for both these team, gentlemen. There's only one more thing to do. It's Game 5, baby. Let's get straight into it.
Class on Grass, after coming from a truly heartbreaking loss earlier on against No Names in the Game 5.
What a pass!
They're going to have to try and find one this time around. Burrito B skies his opening shot. And Rodaki almost got it over the top of Rix Ronde. He's taken him out of the play. Cassio is followed up. Goal!
I love it. They're so aggressive. They don't care. They're just like, look, we've done it all series long. We're going to keep doing it. Ronaki takes a slight detour for a moment. Says, hang on, let's make this easier on ourselves. And a nice solid demo. And that is a freebie for, again, Cassio.
And we maintain the consistency of constant early game goals.
Since Game 2.
Class on Grass, looking to not go 0-2 on the final day. Method, who have come all the way from the very first round of the lower bracket to make it to this point. Both teams deserve it. Only one is going through. At the moment, it's looking like Class on Grass, but 4 minutes left to play.
I was about to say, there's a lot of time on the clock. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here's a... Oh, okay. They took too much time to get going out of the midfield, and plenty of time to recover here for Class on Grass.
What a save as well from Cassio. So required as Roniki was not in position. Burrito B. Gonna have to probably resort to setting up, but he can also go for the angle. Since so many of those scored, especially by Fairy Peak on the first day.
Oh, he's got the boost.
Rix Ronde. Back out to Cassio. Double tap, Burrito B, who's going to be a spectator for this.
Oh, yes!
And a spectator is all he will remain.
The backboard's been so weak the entire series for Method. They've left it wide open for exploitation, and Cassio does it to perfection. And why not go up high and down low on the defender in the net? Gets it done all on his lonesome. Beautiful shot.
Class on Grass have secured basically half a ticket, half a plane ticket.
They've got one player going.
Over the top, Burrito B. And Rix Ronde will be fully aware of this situation. They'll also be fully aware that another goal could spell their end. They've got Cassio one-on-one, and that is a waste. Burrito B just couldn't hook that one enough.
Exactly. Pass needed to be much further out. They're still going up the walls. The leads out of the blue half have been pretty sound so far in Game 5, but I think Rix Ronde and Burrito B might start clamping down on them here.
I think Class on Grass have learned their lesson from earlier on as well. Got their lead. They are refusing to give up on offense. It's what they did earlier on. They got too comfortable defending against no names, and they got caught out for it. Now Burrito B. He's on 0 boost again. Tries to get it across. Did well with it, but
ooh, nice demo.
It's supposed to be too much to ask Rix Ronde to read that one. Burrito B forced to rotate back. Half the game gone now. It's going to be an agonizing 2.5 minutes if you're Class on Grass. It's going to be the quickest 2.5 minutes of your lives if you're on Method.
Roniki was on that so fast. Rix Ronde and Burrito B struggling to even break out of their own half here at about the midway point.
This is big. Rix Ronde. He's
2-on-1.
got Cassio. Early flick, and Cassio will deal with that one.
Had so much more time to work with there, and that one's punted high as well. I think that's
wow.
a big wasted opportunity. It's wide open the other way, and Cassio will put it right down Main Street for a 3-0 lead.
Hat-trick hero on Cassio. Method threw absolutely everything at that one, and why not? It looked like the opportunity to get. Class on Grass. Looking phenomenal in game number 5. And maybe after the heartbreak of earlier on, just what they deserve. Whoa. What a save that is, Burrito B. It's already a tough ask, but 4 goals would be way too much.
It all has to start with 1, and it has to start soon. That's a poor clear, though, and they're going to have to waste, even at this point with 2 minutes left, precious seconds.
They need everything to go their way for the rest of this game. Rix Ronde, good flick, that's one down!
So they use a couple of extra seconds over on defense to have a quick turnaround out of the midfield. Rix Ronde is able to keep that close, and that's what forces Cassio onto the back foot there. He's not able to get back in position on defense. He's not in a good spot to turn around, and just a perfectly executed dribble out of the midfield from Rix Ronde, and what a way to turn it in for a goal.
Class on Grass cannot let that rattle them. They've still got a 2-goal lead. One awkward bounce, that's straight down the middle, and Cassio will not be going. Burrito B, one-on-one. Cassio's already been beat once.
Oh,
demo attempt, and Cassio just launched at it.
You got to give props to Burrito B for trying something different, and that one was aimed at the right side, and Roniki came in and made a brilliant stop. Is this one too fast? It's off the back wall, and Rix Ronde and Burrito B struggling right now.
It's that backboard once again. Class on Grass have noticed it as a weakness on Method. Rix Ronde, infield pass to Burrito B. Tries to force a challenge, that's 2 out. Burrito B tries to get over the top, but Roniki. It's enough contact that the ball is still in the orange side of the field. Rix Ronde by himself, good flick, off the backboard, follow up!
Oh.
Once again, too high!
He was just too close, and that might cost him, only 34 left.
Now Roniki gonna continue to follow the ball, over to Cassio, not on target! Rix Ronde, they're gonna have to go for as quick of a play as they possibly can! And that one was so familiar looking to the one that No Names put past them earlier on. This time around, it was no dice. 15 seconds now. You almost get the feel like it's still not quite over. But Method, with that touch, I feel like it's just too slow. Class on Grass. After all the heartbreak, after all the work, after coming into this tournament as the 13th seed, are through to the grand finals.
Absolutely unbelievable performance from Class on Grass. A Class on Grass performance, you have to say. Game 5 again, not disappointing. Look, man, I'm doing my job pretty well here. I'm not saying
it was pretty good.
Unbelievable stuff. It was though. It was class from them when they needed to put in a performance in a Game 5. They came up with a performance.
Awesome. It was a brilliant show to watch in game number 5. Like you said, or I guess like I said, and Shogun alluded to later on in the match, it was that backboard weakness. They exploited it. They kept it high off the back wall. Burrito B and Rix Ronde struggled to keep balls and touches off that back wall all series long, and finally a couple of those chances found their way into the back of the net. And then, at the end of the day, the greatest enemy for Burrito B and Rix Ronde became time. You feel like if that series went on for even just 2 more minutes, it was destined to get tied up. But at the end of the day, there's only 5 minutes to work with, and Cassio and Ranaki made more of it.
Yeah, Class on Grass made some absolutely superb defensive plays. That third one, I think, was just that little bit too much. You get the feeling, though, if Method were able to score that previous play that we just saw, this could be such a different game. That would have been a 2-1 matchup. The nerves would have been on for Class on Grass, who looked like the second best team towards those final minute and a half. Scary. It's not in a dimension that I would love to have explored, but in this one, Class on Grass are heading through.
Yeah, and congratulations to them. A great performance in that game at number 5. We have to say, though, massive commiserations to Method. I mean, Rix and Burrito B.
Heck of a show.
You fought your way all the way through, not only day 1, but day 2 as well, all the way through that lower bracket, which was the Shark Pit, as we say. To make it that far and get that close, I mean, it must be heartbreak for those guys. But you know they'll be back. They'll be back next year. They'll be stronger than ever. But you have to say, even from when the last time that we saw these guys playing, just marked improvement in performance.
Yeah, they had a heck of a run. Lost to girls on day 1 in round 1, and it was a long trek back. But, you know, there's still that slight bit of sweetness, you know, despite 2 players of Method not getting to go. One of their two new teammates, Cassio, is going to get to go over there and have a grand old time in Connecticut. So Method can be a little bit proud, be like, yes, we picked the right guy for this team.
Okay, then. Well, one thing that we do know is there were 23 goals scored during that series. So thanks to our partners over at Soylent, that means 230 meals donated to the World Food Programme USA. You can get involved, and please do head over to wfpusa.org/Universal Open to get involved with what has been a fantastic cause. 230 more meals going to the World Food Programme USA. Oh, one more, gentlemen. One more. We're giving it our all. We're going to give it our all for this last one. Don't worry about that. We'll give you a brisk bracket update, though, before we do that, so we can see the last thing that we have to bring to you at home today. As you can see there, on the right-hand side, no names, girls, Class on Grass, all qualified, just 1 more spot left. Complexity, after falling 3-1 to girls, they've got to take on Fnatic, who fought their way through that lower bracket. You can see 2 3-0s from Fnatic yesterday. Can they pull off another win here and be the first team to make it through that lower bracket into our grand finals? We'll have to find out. Let us know as well at home. Use that hashtag UOS2 as well in order to let us know who you think is going to be the final qualifier for the grand finals. And just so everyone knows at home, it got it right again. I'm not even joking.
6-0, dude.
I think we might have to actually let people know, like,
how many sacrifices did you make
next time, because people are just like, oh yeah, whatever, like, you'll just make, no, genuinely, like, every time it's been correct so far. I believe we've got an interview coming up as well. I believe we have Ranaki on the line as well from Class on Grass. We'll let you know as soon as he's here, and when we do, I'm looking forward to him. He must be a relieved man right now, right?
Oh man, all that pent-up pressure, you know, just the funny thing is you have that whole game to wait, you know, it's like that calm before the storm, and it's always the worst part to have to wait, and you have to settle in, and they were glad to get that one over, and it's just relief, you know, and you saw it in Scrub a little bit when we interviewed him. He was just like, ha, yes. I think
we've seen it from everyone that we've interviewed so far. There's just that kind of slump back in the chair and a smile of just like...
It's probably the first time they've been able to breathe over the last hour or so.
It's true, actually.
It's got to give them a bit of time just to relax a little.
I'm looking forward to getting on the line. It's always good to hear from these guys. I always like getting the reactions of the players after they've secured those seats over to America. And of course, the grand finals is now just around the corner, August 24th, 28th.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to start having a conversation about who we think's gonna win the thing.
That's right. There's more, and the West Regionals this weekend as well.
We've got the Western Regionals this weekend as well. I mean, there's so much more to come from Season 2 of the Universal Open. I mean, it's been a great event so far. It really has.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. I mean, we talk about highlights. Just we're waiting to get this interview set up. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. But some of the highlights. Oh, we're ready for the interview. So, Ronike, can you hear us, buddy?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, my friend. There is that smile of relief. I know you're trying to disguise it a little bit there, but you must be relieved. Yeah. You must be feeling good right now.
I don't know what I'm feeling. I'm so nervous and shaking, and it was so emotional.
Well, I'm glad that you qualified. Firstly, obviously, congratulations. It must be a fantastic feeling deep down. A stressful day for you, though. I mean,
stressful.
I'll take you back to the series, the previous to the one that you've just gone through. What was going through your guys' head at the end of that series? Because it seemed like when you got into the Method series, it felt like you were still playing a little bit not up to how we've seen you play so far.
Yeah, like we tried to play very fast and like just keep on pressuring them, but in the last game against the Freakin kill number 7, it just didn't work for us. And we tried to keep the ball up with 0 seconds left, and like, I don't know what went wrong, but Cashew had no boost, so I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you know what? Actually, I need to apologise for just like making you relive that moment. But it doesn't matter because you've qualified for finals now. But Chiefs.
Yeah, you guys had a great run through in this series. A tough battle. You guys came out at the start of the series very aggressive out of the midfield, willing to keep up a lot of that pressure that you wanted to put on killer number 7 and Freaky. So I kind of felt that you guys might have picked up a little bit on that backboard weakness that Method was having. Do you feel like that was the big thing for your success because you just started putting it off the back wall all the time and they just couldn't get there?
Yeah, we found out that we should just bang the ball up backboard, and Cashew is just insane, so he double taps it every time. I don't know how he does it, but yeah, he's insane. I'm glad it worked out in the end.
And obviously, this community has been so tight knit for such a long time. I want to sort of talk about a little bit about that because you guys are going to the finals. Is there anyone there that you are looking forward to meeting?
Everyone. Like, everyone? I don't even know. Yeah, I didn't even think I would ever meet any one of them, so I'm looking forward to it.
And finally, last question from me. You've made it there to the finals. Next thing is, are you going to steal some of that prize money and take it home with you?
We're going to take everything home.
Let's go! I love that. Well, thank you for joining us, Ronike. Congratulations again
for having me.
For qualifying for the finals. It's been a pleasure to have you on. Another very, very happy man there, gentlemen.
Justifiably so. Earned it.
Yeah. Do you know what? It put a big smile on my face.
I know,
there.
right?
Do you know what I mean? It warms my heart, man. It warms my heart. But let's remind everyone at home. Hashtag URS2. It's up here above Achieves' head. Let us know your predictions right now for the final game of the day. And, of course, it's the final game of the qualification period. The closed qualifiers here from London. We're going to be giving it our all. The last game is coming up just after the break. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be a good one.